Sorry for the late start. Didn't mean to have any sort of April Fool's joke there or anything along those lines, but I had to unfortunately restart my computer right before we got cracking, so it made a little bit of extra work for me today. So today, free picks at Will Rogers, guaranteed tip sheet. There's a link in the description below. This weekend, back-to-back wagering guides. We got the Toyota Bluegrass Stakes opening up at Keeneland this weekend. Nobody wins the Kentucky Derby from the Toyota Bluegrass Stakes, but everybody loves Keeneland, so we'll put those two things together. Let's get started with race number 1 at Parx today. Terry, hold on. I can't do that, so you have to let me just log in real quick. One of those things, I guess. All right, so Terry, do you know what race number 1 is all about?
It's 5.5 furlongs, and it's a claiming race, $5,000 claiming price, purse $18,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won a race since October 1st.
All right, so at 5.5 furlongs, what you're looking for are horses that have some early speed, 48%, a little bit close to 50% go wire to wire. There is a big rail bonus. 2 and 3 play fair, 4 through 7 hit hard. Mr. Terry, 8 and out also get a bonus. We do 1,000 simulations here to get a good sense of what's going on with a lot of different things. So in race number 1, I do have some data up. All sorts of things popping open on my computer. What's the data tell us for race number 1?
Well, they all have speed, as you can see, and there's 3 or 4 of them that are really close. So I think it's anyone's guess on who's going to get that quarter pole first. The 5 has the only overlay I really see. It's 3-2 to 6-1. Then all the horses, except for the 9, have exceeded or equaled the speed par number for this race. And the 9 has a maybe, which means that it came within 5 points of doing that. It actually came within 2 points, as you can see. They all have percentages that show or chances that they could equal or exceed today's speed race. And then all of them have C zones, except for that 5. Between Dreams does not, but you can see there that the 8 is the best, the 5 is the best jockey, 6 is best trainer, but I believe the 4 is the best jockey trainer combination.
Mm-hmm. Some other data in here too. Our race shape, most of the horses middle back, usually favors horses that get forward. You do see that here. You got a couple of class droppers, particularly the 7 and the 8, moving down about a length, almost 3/4 of a length in distance today. Are no real big race advantages here. Just looking here, our top 4 total paces are the 8, 5, 4, and 7. Generally speaking, about 7 out of 10 winners come out of that group. Terry, what is your group for race number 1?
Well, I like the 4, Denali's Ray. She ran second versus similar in the last race. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then I like the 7, Road to Dreams. Finished third versus Tougher in her last race. She has a high percentage winning trainer. This trainer wins 31% of the races when taking a horse down 2+ classes. And she has a high percentage winning jockey as well. Number 8, my third choice, drops a class today. It has the highest speed figure at today's distance. And then 5 is my long shot, Between Dreams. Finished third versus similar in her last race. Likes the distance and has a bullet workout on June 16th.
Good morning, Jose Llovera. How are you today? Thank you for joining us from Venezuela. I am going to start with the 4-horse 2. Denali Ray looks like it's the favorite right now, according to the odds at Parx. This one, first time making 2 starts in a row in about a year. This horse is my finally healthy angle. Between Dreams, cutting back in distance helps. Very consistent performer. That 5. Shake It, Baby. That horse, Jamie Ness, should be forward. Interestingly, doesn't have the top jockey on board today. Plenty of horses for Ness, where he is going to his roster of top jocks. And then Bahama Pearl, the 6-horse, my final choice, should be forward. Likes the off track, which we have a muddy track today. We have $100. I'm going to bet a trifecta box, 4, 5, 6, and 9 to get started in race number 1. We got off to a little bit of a slow start, so we're going to have to go through race number 2 pretty quickly. Terry, what are the conditions here?
Okay, mile and 16th. It's a claim race, 7,500 Claiming price purse 21,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards, which have not won four races.
Yes, and at a mile and the 16th, you're looking for horses that have early speed, a little under 50%, 47%, go wire to wire. There's a bold, big outside to inside bias. So, Terry, in race number 2, do we have any Buffalo girls on the outside with a lot of speed?
No, it's in the inside there. That 2 shows the most speed. I think that 2 should get that quarter pole first. The 2 has an overlay 5-1 to 6-1. 5 has an overlay from 8-5 to 3-1. All but the 8 and 9 have either equaled or exceeded the par race speed number for this race in the past, which is 82. And then there's 2 maybes, mean they came within 5 points of doing that. And then during today's race, all but the 1 and 9 show percentages that they have a really good chance of equaling or exceeding the speed par number for this race. All of them have good or comfort zone readings. And then the 4 has the best jockey, best trainer, and I believe the best combination of jockey trainer.
So you have hardly choice in here. This one is the top last race speed figure. 4 points better than the next closest horse, usually good enough to get the job done. You look over here too, you have a right angle triangle. That 3 horse is a loanee. If the 3 can get the lead, look out. It would be very dangerous, but doesn't have a high C zone. So maybe the 3 doesn't get to the lead and is not a horse that can go wire to wire today. Terry, who are your picks in race number 2 to start the first of our 3 Don Johnson pick 4s?
I like the 5 Harley Choice. He ran second versus similar his last race. He has a high percentage winning trainer. Clancy O'Toole, the 4 is my second choice, has won 2 races out of the last 4, and he switched to high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Remarkable Mo, the 2, has won 3 races out of 7 starts at Parx Racing, switches to high percentage winning jockey Paco Lopez. And he is best dirt speed as fastest among today's starters. The 7, Big John, my long shot, finished 3rd versus similar in his last race, and he has a trainer who wins 20% of the claiming races he has a horse competing in. My very first pick 4, 2, 4, 5, 7 with the 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 with the 3, 6, the 2, 3. It's a $40 ticket.
Yeah, I'm going to take the top last race speed figure horse, Hardy Choice, as my top pick. It is a left arrow horse. What I mean by that, it has some early speed, as you can see up here, so it should press forward as a closer. Second race after a layoff for Ness and Pennington, going to be better today. Clancy O'Toole, biggest class dropper. We again see that in our data sheets here. That one is dropping 1.2 lengths. Again, will we have these available for people very soon? Number 2, Remarkable Mo, should be the pace setter. We're 47%, the 2 horse, go wire to wire. And then the 7, Big John, going to be closing. Getting more distance today helps. 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 7, 3, 7, 2, 3, 4, and 9 is my pick 4. And I'm also going to put $8 on the 5 to win. That's going to be my choice there. Race number 1. Is that one about to get cracking there, Terry?
It is.
Yes, they're in the gates. They're ready to go in race number 1. Let's
real quick, Private Ross, the 8th race was canceled yesterday because there was a loose horse that interfered with the race, and they stopped the race.
Yeah, he was running in the wrong direction.
He was running towards them. So
I hate my computer sometimes, I tell you. Everything's just stopping. It's annoying. Right now, the 9 horse in race number 1 is on the lead. And then behind the 9 horse, you have the 4 and the 6. Boy, I hope it stays like this because there's some big odds.
yeah.
And going to get a nice trifecta if that's the case. Come on, horses, stay up there.
Well, the 7 just had to pull back.
Well, you got some long odds up here. The 5 horse is coming into 3rd right now, so looks like the 4 is going to take the win, but as long as that 6 hangs in there for 3rd, I don't know. It's going to be close at the wire with that 2. It's going to go 4, 6, 9. That could pay well, folks.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if that does indeed pay well. That's it for that race there, Mr. Terry. All kinds of distractions right now. I apologize, folks. All right, so race number 3 is what we're going to do next. Terry, take it away.
All right. So in race 3, We're going to go at a mile 70 yards. It's a maiden claiming race, $15,000 claiming price, and it's a purse of $19,000 for maidens 3-year-olds.
And at a mile and 70 yards, what we're looking for are horses that have early speed. 31% of the time they go wire to wire. There's a rail bonus for chilling time, 2 and 3 a discount, 4 through 7 a bonus, 8 and out is a discount as well. Terry, who's got all the speed in race number 3?
Well, as you can see there, the 7 has the most speed, followed up by the 3. But I think that 7 gets a good break. It'll get that quarter pole first. The 4 has an overlay from 3-1 to 5-1. And the 7 has an overlay from 3-2 to 3-1. The 2 and the 7 are the only horses in the past that have equaled or exceeded the par speed number for this race. And then the 4, 6, 7 has percentages that say that they have a really good chance to do that for today's race. All but the 5 show C zones, especially that 2. And then the 3 has got the best jockey, the 6 has the best trainer, and the 3 seems to be the best jockey trainer combination for the race.
All right, so let's take a look at the information here from the way I see it. You do have only 2 horses with par races in there. You always got to pay attention to those. Everybody except the 6 horse dropping in class here. So far, none of these horses, really, except the 4 and 7, have shown much. Everybody else not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. Just Cheesy, a really strong C-zone score in here. Maybe our speed chart can help us identify a horse here. This is the horse's speed figures relative to all of the other horses in the field. This top, bottom, you can see that the 2 horse has the most upside. If you look at the average race on the 7, that's the red dot. Pretty much better than everybody else's top best performances. So maybe that's a place to go. We do see that the 7 has a 13-point late total pace advantage. 5 points equals roughly 1 length. That's about a 2.5 length total pace edge over the rest of the field. It is our sim favorite. It is a yes horse. It is the top total par plus horse in here, Terry, for race number 3. Anybody well, you don't even have that 7. So who do you got and why?
Well, I like the 6 Carnaby. He ran second in his last race, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. Just Cheesy, the 2 that you were talking about, is a high percentage winning trainer. Wins 25% of the races when taking a horse down 2+ classes, and his best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. And then the 3 Captain Crush, he ran 4th in his last race as a favorite, but the trainer he has wins 33% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. And then the 4 is my long shot. It's Authentic. He's out of Authentic, a Kentucky Derby winner and classic.
And Terry owns a big piece of Authentic. Yeah. He's like one of the primary owners of Authentic. You didn't know that, did you, folks?
Yeah, well, I own a little teeny piece anyway. He had a trouble in his last race, which affected his finish, and he has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 25% of the races when using second-time Lasix. No additional bets for me here.
I think I went 4, 6, and 9 in race number 1. Let me just double check to see if that's true since we're being asked. 4, 9, and 6, 2. 4, 9, 6, 2. 4, 9, 6, and then 2. So race 1, there you go.
Yeah, the Trifecta paid $149.
There you go. So profitable for the day already. Thank goodness. It's always good to get off to a good start.
It sure is.
Well, I like the 7 horse Sunny Magic. That one is the one of 2 horses in the race that has a par. It's going to be your pace setter, your top total pace, 2.5 lengths better than everybody else. It's Authentic. The second choice for me, Track Dropper, the horse that is improving race after race. 2, Just Cheesy, biggest class dropper by about 2 lengths. That, again, is in our data right here. You see a 2-length class dropper for Just Cheesy. It's the other horse that has hit par. And the good thing about horses that hit par is you know that they can get to the level necessary to win. It and the 7 also showed better pace in the race, better fractions. Those are good signs that a horse is improving. The final pick for me is the 3 horse Captain Crush. Should be forward. Good chance to be better in round 2 off the sidelines for the first time in its career. I'm just going to put $10 on the 7 to win with that top total pace horse. race 4, Terry, as we make our way through 10 races today in Bensalem, PA. What's the 4th all about?
6 furlongs is claiming race, $7,500 claiming price, purse $21,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 3 races.
So 6 furlongs. It does favor early speed at Parx. So you're looking for horses that get to the front. They win about 37% of the time. Very strong rail for Tiempo Perfecto. 2 and 3 a small bonus. For a discount, 8 being a little bit better than outside, being a little better than inside. So in race number 4, Terry, tell us all about the information that we can share right now.
Well, they all show some speed, but that 7 has the most speed, almost double everybody else. So I think the 7 should get to that quarter pole first. The 2 has an overlay from 5-2 to 7-2. 4's overlay is 12-1 to 15-1, and a 7 has an overlay from 5-2 to 4-1. All of the horses, but the 4 and 5 have either equaled or exceeded today's par speed number of 80, but the 4 and the 5 are maybes, which means they were within 5 points of doing that in the past. And all but the 1 and 5 have a good chance of doing that again today. And then all but the 4 have C zone numbers, and especially the 3 and the 5, they look pretty nice. The 7 has the best jockey. The 2 has the best trainer, but I think the 2 is the best jockey trainer combination for this race.
So for comfort zone, that's C zone. It's short for comfort zone. What we're looking at here is our early pace. We want to see which horses are going to get to the front. And then based upon past races, how close they were to the front runners at the quarter-mile marker. Are they going to be in contention and interested? So 91% of the time, so 916 times. Parkerness, its race today should look a lot like its best performances. We also see here a big in-race advantage for the 7 horse. So take a look at that early speed number there. It's got a 6 point, almost 1 length, a little bit more than 1 length advantage over everybody else in the early speed. 42% chance to get the lead. Also a top last race speed figure, 5 points clear of everybody else in there, Terry. So the 7 horse has a shot to go wire to wire. What do you think?
Well, I like the 3 over the 7. The Parkerness drops in class today, has a high speed figure today's distance. His best start speed is fast among today's starters. Has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 27% of the races when taking a horse down 2+ classes. Then I like the 6 financial strength. Has finished in the money in his last 4 starts, finishing 3rd versus similar in his last, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. Then I like that 7. He ran 2nd versus similar in his last race. He has a high percentage winning trainer. This trainer wins 20% of the claiming races he has a horse running in, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. Then the 2 is my long shot. Bobby's Candy likes Parx Racing, been in the money 65% of the time of his starts here. The distance won't cause a problem as he's been in the money 67% of the time and won 11% of those starts. I'm going to play the 2nd Miami Vice, Don Johnson, pick 4. We use the 3-6 with the 2-5-6-9 with the 1-4-8-9 with the 3-4-5-8, a $48 ticket.
A lot of people wondering where racing Rich arrived and how the racing pair arrived in the first. Okay, folks, there we go. All right, 4, 9, 6, and 2. I like the 3 horse here. Parkerness. No, I'm looking at your picks. The 7, Araj. That's my top selection. That one is a top last race speed figure. 5 points better than everybody else. Does have a 1 length early speed edge. So the 7 horse going to get to the front. Catch me if you can, but less distance today. So that should work to his favor. Parkerness, you got Jamie Ness, Ruben Silvera. They win a lot at Parx, but not with this horse. 5 times out, no wins, 2 seconds, 3/3, but it's going to drop by about a length in class. The 2 horse, Bobby's Candy. I call this a wallpaper horse because it looks like he hangs late, but does have that Barry Meadows alpha angle of 3 consecutive speed figure increases in a row. And then financial strength, the 6 horse, been in the money every race so far in 2025. 4 of 4. Does have plenty of black class. There's still room to go higher. My pick 4, 3, 7, 2, 3, 4, 9, 1, 4, and 9, 2, 3, 5, and 7 in race number. What's that going to be? Race number 7, 8, 7? Yeah, it's a race of death. Ends one, pick four, starts another, just like yesterday. Race 5 in the middle of the card to finish up the first half. Terry, looks like it's sunny in Park, so I'd expect that track to get upgraded at some point to faster than it is right now. It was muddy. It's probably going to go to good and then fast by the end of the day. What's the story in race number 5?
It's a mile and 70 yards, claiming race $7,500 claiming price, purse $20,000 for fillies and mares 4-year-olds and upward, which have not won a race since January 1st.
Yes, a mile and 70 yards at Parx does favor horses with speed. Of course, you have 31% wire to wire. There is a rail bonus. 2 and 3 get a discount. 4 through 7 a bonus. 8 and out a discount as well. Mr. Terry, take it away with all the data on this one.
Well, the 3 and the 5 have very, very close speed ratings, and so they could go head-to-head to the quarter pole. Just don't know which one will get there first. Depends on who gets the best break, I guess. And then the 4 has an overlay from 2 to 1 to 5 to 1. The 9 has an overlay from 5 to 2 to 6 to 1. All but the 5 and 7 have either equaled or exceeded the speed par number for this race. Well, and the 1 also. The 1, 5, and 7 have got within that speed rating of 79. And then all but the 1 and 7 shows that they can, in this race, either equal or exceed that speed par number. All of them have C zones, especially the 4, if I had a chance. And then the 3 is the best jockey. According to the data, the 2 is the best trainer, but I think the 2 is the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, it sure looks like that to me. So a little bit on the Par Plus. We do 1,000 simulations where we simulate the speed figure, and then 43.8, so 438 out of 1,000 times, if I had a chance in our simulations, created a speed figure of 79 or greater. So that's the horse in the race with the greatest probability today to find a par or winning style race. Our race shape here, very balanced. So really no big edge. You got a couple of pilots, a couple of co-pilots. The 2 and the 4 is your PC types. They have a lot of versatility. So maybe they have a little bit of a race shape edge. 6 and 7. They want to close. The horse with the biggest in race edge is the 3 horse. That one has about a length more early speed than the rest. So the 5 and 3 go out to the front and see if they run too fast. We do see here the Classy missed the 9 horse, a 5-point last race speed figure edge over the rest of the field. Terry, according to our total pace, it looks like the 5, the 9, and the 4, they're a cut above the rest of the field. So maybe those 3 are where you want to look for your winner today. Where did you go?
Well, I like the 2, Solomoth. She finished third versus similar in her last race. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like the 3, Tiz Race Day. She has won 4 races out of 8 starts at Parx Racing. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And this combination the last 14 days have been in the money. 7 out of 8 starts with 3 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. Then the 9 Classic Miss is my next choice. She won her last race, Parx Racing. Has a high percentage, highest speed figure at today's distance, and her best third speed is fast among today's starters. Then the 5 is my long shot, finishing the money in her last 3 starts. Finished second versus similar in her last race. No additional bets for me here.
I'm going to go with the top pick in this race as Solomoth as well. Paco Lopez, very consistent performer. And when Paco rides his horse, he gets the best out of it. 4 times out, 2 wins, a second, and a close second, by the way, and a third. Number 9, Classy Miss. That 9 horse smoked around the track in her last race. 5-point speed figure edge over everybody else. Let's just hope it's not a peak race followed by regression. Tiz Race Day, the 3 horse. Next up for me, Jamie Ness, Mikel Sanchez, dynamic duo on a horse that should be towards the front of the pack today. And then finally, if I had a chance, is our simulation favorite, as we see here. It's a 2-to-1 sim fave with that very strong C-zone PC type. Very likely to get a very good race today. Been regressing, however, so a bounce back race is necessary. Now it's time to move off to the second half of the card. But before we do that, Terry, tomorrow we're going to do Tampa Bay Downs. Make sure you tune in for that. Thursday will be Gulfstream Park. Friday, really big weekend of racing. We have the Dubai World Cup. We got the Grand National where they run like 3 miles and jump over 100 fences. It is the roller derby or what do they call it? Demolition Derby of horse racing. You got to watch that. If you haven't, make sure you tune in to make sure you don't miss any of that. Terry, how do you go about catching all of that great content?
Well, of course, you subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is really easy to do. Costs nothing to do that. Hit the little bell. When you hit that bell, it'll notify you when something important, one of our shows are coming up. Go down and copy that link at the bottom and share that with everybody else. They can come and check us out. Then you can go to our social sites, such as, excuse me, X, Instagram, Facebook, let's see, TikTok, and Threads, Blue Sky. Oh, there's so many of them. At Horse Race, the number 2 day, give us a thumbs up and a like, and also keep these good comments coming as we enjoy to see them. And like to see your picks too. It helps us out a lot.
Yeah, any interactivity is really useful for the search engine optimization scores. The more interactivity we have, the higher we go up in the search ranking. So when people go looking for horse racing content, it's a good chance they'll find us, Horse Racing Radar. So we have our good friend, Mr. John Egan, telling us in race number 2 at Parx, he likes the 4, 5, and 7. Long shot play of the day on the 6 in the second race. There we go. Like that. Jose keeping us along the day here with his race number 6 coming up. He likes the 9 horse. Nancy in race number 4, I think, likes the 9 horse. Race number 5, Jose digging the 9 horse. Race number 4, the 6. So you can keep track of all that. Make sure you keep an eye out on the picks in the comment section. Armando, good afternoon, who won the first race at Parx. It went 4, 9, and 6. The trifecta paid $140. Too bad the 9 and the 6 didn't beat the 4. Would have paid a hell of a lot more. But that's the way it goes, Terry. And we go off to race number 6 now. Looks like Terry popped out, so we're having all sorts of issues on this day.
Computer shut down on me for a minute.
Yeah, well, mine did that earlier before the show started. So I guess our technology, since we didn't have an April Fool's joke, is just playing one on us. Race 6, Terry. What's this about?
Okay, race 6. Let me get to there. I think it's open still.
Well, it's 6.5 furlongs. It's claiming
is.
15 grand for purse of 28 grand. Horses that are 3 years old and up that have not won a race since January 1st, claiming prices for 12.5 or less, are not considered or have not won 4 races. In order to get that 4th race, Terry, at 6.5 furlongs, early speed is the best way to get the job done. 37% of the time they do it gate to wire styling, and then inside is better than outside. So hopefully everything is working now, Terry, for race number 6 to give me a sense of who's got the best early speed.
Yeah, it is. It's as you can see there, that 4 has a lot of speed, almost triple the speed of everybody else in there. They get to that quarter pole, I think, too. The 1 has an overlay from 5-2 to 4-1. The 2 has an overlay from 5-1 to 12-1, and the 7 has an overlay from 4-1 to 15-1. All but the 6 have in the past equaled or exceeded the par plus speed number of 85 for this race. And all but the 6 has a really good chance to do it again today. And then all but the 6 has C zones. And then all but the 3 and 6. And then the 9 has the best jockey, 3 has the best trainer, but I think the 4 is the best jockey trainer combination.
Yes, we got some other interesting conflicts here. We have a lot of horses here that want to be forward. So horses with some closing speed, perhaps the 2 or the 1, they have the most closing speed. But the 3 inside horses, we started looking for inside 3 speed. So we're getting inside 3 closers. The 2 horse, Gramalama Ding Dong, that one is a 3-point late race speed figure over everybody else. Then everybody else is dropping in class. Go. And then we have the 4, 1, 2, and 9 as our top 4 total pace horses in here, Terry. Who do you have as your picks?
Well, I like in here the judge and the jury 6. He likes Parx Racing. He's been in the money 71% of the time here.
Are we on the right race? We're in race 6. That's number 9. Yeah, I'm sorry. You said
Am I okay?
6. No, you're good. You just said horse number 6. Or I misunderstood one of the other.
Number
Judge
9.
and jury is the right horse, yes.
Yeah. And he has then been the money 71% of the time, when 29% of the starts. At today's distance, been the money 57% of the time, when 29% of those starts. He has finished in the money Poppy's Pride, the 4, finished in the money in 3 out of the last 5 starts. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. The 1 is my third choice. He has a high percentage winning trainer, and the rail post is winning 18% clip. Mac Daddy 2, the 8, is my long shot. Finished third versus similar in his last race. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here.
I like the 4-horse, Poppy's Pride, going to be your pace setter. 1 length early pace edge. We see that right here in our sheets. You got Paco Lopez, going to get him to the front, going to keep him there. The judge and the jury, you do have Jamie Ness. You have Mikel Sanchez. Much better early speed in its last race. Going to cut back in distance today. That should be helpful. Rowan Burgundy, the 1-horse. That one, jockey and trainer combo. They've won 3 out of 4 together with a return on investment of $5.75 for every dollar that you put in. Harry, where else can you take $1 and turn it into 6 in a minute?
That's
very
right.
Strong rail. Finally, the 2-horse, Graham Alama Ding Dong. I don't care what those horses' odds are. I just wanted to say that. But does have the top last race speed figure, 3 points better than everybody else, and did show some better late speed in its last. No bets for me either. So now we move off to the late pick 4, race number 7, the last chance for us to make our good friend Don Johnson happy. What's the conditions for the beginning of the late pick 4?
It's a 6.5 furlong race, $15,000 claiming race, purse $28,000 for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upward, which have not won a race since January 1st. Claiming races for 12.5 or less are not considered, or which have never won 4 races.
So for the 7th race at 6.5 furlongs, early speed, 37% of the time on the front is the way to win. Inside horse is better than outside. We looked for that in the last race, Terry. We didn't find it in race number 6. Will we find it in race number 7?
Well, let me see here. According to the data, the 3, 4, and 7 all have pretty similar speed numbers, so they could go head-to-head to that quarter pole. 2 has an overlay from 2-1 to 6-1. The 5 has an overlay from 5-1 to 10-1. 6 overlay from 5-1 to a nice 15-1. All of these horses in the past have either equaled or exceeded the par speed number of 79 for this race, and they all have a chance to do that again according to this percentage data that's there. All of them have comfort zone numbers, and a lot of them are pretty nice, or at least 3 or 4. And then the 3 has the best jockey, 3 has the best trainer. I believe it's the best jockey-trainer combination for the race.
Yeah, everybody but the 7 and 8 moving down in class. You do have a race shape here that's kind of tilted a little bit towards the front. Maybe a closer will have a shot. If that's the case, the 6-horse has the biggest in-race advantage. If you're looking for a speed figure, the 5-horse, last race speed figure, 6 points, better than everybody else. And over here, we got the 2-horse with the top total pace, 8 points better than everybody else. Wow, Terry, you should put the 5, the 6, and the 2 in your picks just off of those numbers alone. What did you do?
Well, I think it's pretty wide open, but I went with the 8, Tempest Rising. She finished third versus similar in last race after being bumped at the start. Switches the high percentage winning jockey, has a high percentage winning trainer. Golden Moonlight, the 3, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. My second choice. My third choice, Taven, the 5, ran second versus similar in the last race. She has a high percentage winning trainer. Now, this trainer wins 40% of the races when taking a horse from a sprint to a route to a sprint, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. The 4, Fast Motion, ran third versus similar in her last race, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. I think it's a wide open race. So for my Miami Vice pick 4, the last pick 4 that we have, I'm going to use all 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With the 5 singled, in the next third leg, and then I'm going to use all in the last leg, 1 through 12, $48 ticket.
Mine's 48 too, but a whole different angle in there. So I have the 3-horse Golden Moonlight at the top of my picks. The reason I have Golden Moonlight there is you got Jamie Ness, Mikel Sanchez, and that horse has its best published work since it's prepping for this spot. You don't see any better workout in the bottom. Tavin, the 5-horse, a little bit of a long shot in there. Terry, 10-1 is that top last race speed figure. 5 points better than everybody else. And its resume says today, the third start after a layoff will be the best of the 3-race cycle. Number 7, Pearls and Heels, much better early pace in the last race. Third start after a layoff and cutting back in distance. And then finally, number 2, Confirmed Genius. That one, Terry, is the top total pace. 2.5 lengths better than everybody else. Probably should have thrown the 6 in there too, but hey, I'm going to do a pick 4, only the 3 and 5, then 2, 4, 5, 8, then 1, 5, 7, then 1, 2, 8, and 9. Terry for sure will make it to the second leg. That 5-horse will be the one that's going to let him know if he can get that done or not. So we got a single here for Terry in the 5th. It's his best bet, so that does indeed make sense in race number 8. So Terry, what is your best bet running for?
Well, my best bet's actually in the 9th race.
Oh, well, I screwed that one up. All right. Yeah. Well, anyway, what are they running for in this one?
Okay, they're going 6 furlongs, although Parx is loading right now.
Yeah, let's do race number 2 at Parx first. Okay. I agree with you, Terry. Race number 2 at Parx. Okay. Here we go. They're all sunny. They're all in there. They're all off and running. And the moment right now looks like the 4-horse has gotten to the lead. So that one, Clancy O'Toole, the favorite. And then you have to the inside there the 2-horse. Remarkable Mo from 6-1 bet down to 5-2. The 5-horse is in that mix as well. Hardy Choice. And then the 7-horse. So the 4 that we like, Terry, they're up front right now. Looks like you have the 3-horse kind of giving it up a little bit. They made their way through the opening turn in 24.29 seconds. Everybody eager to be on the front because that proves to be the place to win. Some of the horses in the back now. It looks like the 7 has called it a day. He's backing up a little bit. So the 7-horse not going to be, I don't think, factoring at the end. The 4 opening half of 49.09 seconds. I don't know. Here's 7 is kind of re-rallying a little bit. 4 is just getting a little bit of a gap from everybody else. The question is, can the 2 or the 5 run that guy down? Right now, it doesn't look like the 5 is going to get it done. It looks like that's really more likely to be the nobody. The 4-horse is going to probably be your winner. He's going to win at 1-1 unless somebody from off the pace can come. Long shot on the rail. The 3-horse giving it a go. But down around the bend they come. 4-horse is going to win. The question is not by if it's going to win. The question is just by how much. The 3-horse, the long shot, Dr. Doom, coming in the second. So 4 looking like Secretariat today, running away from the pack at even money for Michael Pino and Michael Sanchez. All right, Terry, we're going to do race number 8 before we did race number 2. So race number 8, what are the details?
Okay, well, in race 8, as I started to say, a 6 furlongs optional claiming race, $75,000 claiming price, $50,000 purse. It's for 3-year-olds which have never won a race other than a maiden, claiming, starter, or state bred, or which have never won 2 races, or a claiming price of $75,000.
So at 6 furlongs, early speed is the best way to win that race, Terry. 37% of the time on the lead. Strong rail for Ohio Joe. 2 and 3 a small bonus. 4 and out at discount. 8 is better than 4. So outside is better than inside. But speed, Terry, if that's the way to get to the winner's circle, looks like the 5-horse Friday Surprise will be out on the front.
Yeah, and he has a lot more speed according to the data than the rest, so he should go to the front. And then the 3 has an overlay from, 8-1 to 10-1. The 4 has an overlay from 7-1 to 10-1. The 5 has an overlay from 7-2 to 5-1. And that 8 has an overlay from 8-5 to 3-1. All but the 8 have not even came close to equaling or exceeding the speed card number for this race. But the 8 has come within 5 points. Only the 3, 4, and 8 show that they have a chance to either equal or exceed the par speed number for this race. And then all of them show comfort zone numbers, especially a couple of those have pretty nice ones. The 2 has the best jockey, 2 has the best trainer, and the 2 has the best jockey trainer combination for this race, I believe.
Yes, GRTV is an app in from Mexico South. So GRTV, look it up on your phone, Delvey. GRTV, that's the best way to go. So, Brian, yes, indeed, Private Ross happy with Mikel Sanchez in the 4-horse. His pick for race number 2. In race number 8, Terry, we look at some other items here. Most of these horses want to be pilots or co-pilots. That means a closer could have a good chance in this race. The 3-horse is your top closing horse in here. Also tied for the top last race speed figure. We see over here 2 horses dropping just a little in class. Everybody else jumping up a lot, including that 3. Top total pace horse here with the 5-horse, Terry, the Invader from Saratoga. If memory serves, where are your picks? I know you singled one up here, but who are your picks?
Yes, I went with the 5, Friday Surprise. He finished second in 3 career races. His early speed running style will help his chances, so this sort of distance will be a plus. His best start speed is fastest among today's starters, and Lasix is added. And then the 8th second choice ran second versus similar as last race, has a high percentage winning jockey. Number 2, Son of Thor, is my 3rd pick, has won 2 races out of the last 3 starts, and he switches to high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Jaden's Honor, the 3, is my long shot. He has won his last race, and he switches to a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets in this race for me.
Well, you have on the screen your best bet here. Is that meant to be in race number 9?
Yes.
All right, so let's cut that out of here.
Oh, do I have it in 8?
You got it in 8, but that's okay. If it's supposed to be 9, we'll put it in 9. It's all good.
I'll tell you why, because they scratched my best bet to start with.
That's okay. So we got it all squared away.
Okay.
I do like the 5-horse, Terry. I think maybe you might be well served to keep that as your best bet, but hey, what do I know? It's coming in from Saratoga. It does have speed and getting first-time Lasix. Speed and first-time Lasix is a wonderful combination. Sir Charlie Brown, the 4-horse, smoked around the track in its last race. All of the fractions were better. All of the pace numbers were better. Let's see if it can smoke around the track in today's race. Son of Thor, that's our boy Paco Lopez. Big win in his last race. And when you win by a big margin, according to Barry Meadows, you're likely to have a great race the next time out too. And this is the classic 3rd start after layoff. And then Alcaism, the 8-horse. That one is our simulation favorite. Most consistent performer at a level that's usually pretty close to winning this race, at least under the conditions today. So we accidentally foreshadowed Terry's best bet, which is in race number 9. What's the story here, my friend?
Okay, it's a mile race, and it's an optional claiming race, $50,000 claiming price. If you elect to put your horse in there to possibly be claimed, like the number 1 horse. And the purse is $52,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races other than maiden, claiming starter, or state bred, or which have never won 3 races, or a claiming price of $50,000.
So at a mile, they're going to make 1 clean trip around the Ben Salem outside of Philadelphia track today. At 1 mile, what you're looking for are horses, no surprising early speed, 35% of the time. The horse that gets the first call at the quarter mile has the first call at 1 mile. Outside in, so the farther you are from the rail, the better off you are. The rail really suffers a little bit, Terry. So in race number 9, speed is a good way, particularly on the outside. And, well, we find some speed on the outside. There is a Buffalo Girl out there.
That's right. That 7's on that outside, so it should get to the quarter pole first. 2 also has an overlay from 10 to 1 to 12 to 1. The 7 has an odds overlay from 2 to 1 to a nice 8 to 1. All but the 1, 2, and 7 in the past have equaled or exceeded the par speed number for this race, which is 94. And then the 1, 2, and 7 have come within 3 or 5 points of doing that in the past. All but the 1 in this race has a really good chance of exceeding or equaling the par speed number. And then all of them have C zones, and especially that 2 and 3. And then 1 has the best jockey. 6 has the best trainer, according to the stats. But I think the best jockey-trainer combination is the 5.
So you got a lot of horses moving around. Most of them are moving up in class. Those are the green arrows. You have 1 right there, Duke of Gloucester. That one is the only one moving down in class. Our race shape says, boy, there's a lot of speed up in here, Terry. The 4 and the 2 could get a great pace to run into. We do have a horse here, the 7 horse, Bernie's Mitts. He does have a good shot to get the lead. The 1 horse will give it a run for its money, but according to our early pace figures, has a 2-length early race edge over the rest of the field in here, Terry. So speed wins 35% of the time. That's the one that's likely to get the job done. If those 4 go too fast, I would take a look at some of these horses that might come from off the pace, including the 3 horse there. Terry, which one do you think is going to win?
Well, in this race, I'm going with the 5 Eloquist, my pick of the day. Yesterday, my pick of the day won, and if you played the bets that I suggested, you would have won a $338.50 profit. Anyway, he ran second in his last race. He has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 26% of the route races he has a horse running in, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. Then the 6 in Spades likes Parx Racing. He's been in the money 60% of the time and won 24% of the starts here at Parx. And the distance won't cause any problems. He finished in the money 100% of the time. And then 3 Duke of Gloucester. He has the highest last speed rating, tied with another. His best start speed is fast among today's starters. And then I like the 1 Point Doom. He won his last race at Parx Racing. He has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. I'm going to bet 15 win, 25 to place on number 5. I'm going to bet a $5 Exacta key box 5 with the 136. And then a $5 exact or a $10 Exacta 5 on top with the 136.
All right, I'm going to go with the 8 horse, the 7 horse, Bernie's Mitts, to get to the lead and stay there all the way around the track with that early speed advantage. And the way the track is playing today, everyone that's got the lead has won so far. We got 2 wire-to-wire winners. Number 1, Point, I don't know the 4 didn't win. He came from a little off the pace, but he was involved. Point Dume, the 1 horse, is the second choice for me. On the rail with speed, you got Jamie Ness, you got Mikel Sanchez. The only time this horse ran at Parx, it just stomped the competition. Eloquist, Terry's best bet, Paco, and Jamie Ness, much faster final time at a mile in its last race. And then in Spades, the 6 horse, the final selection for me today. Cutting back in distance will help out. I'm a little bit worried about a peak race in its last effort and some regression here today. I'm going to do an Exacta key box, that 7 horse, for $8 over the 1, 5, 1, 4, 5, and 6. I just have no idea what I'm doing. And then $6 to win because that's what I had left on the 7 horse. All right, Terry, mercifully, this day is coming to an end for our picks. Before we end our show, just a reminder, tomorrow we'll be back, hopefully crisper, sharper, and with less interruptions for Tampa Bay Downs. And then on Thursday, it'll be Gulfstream Park. Friday, we'll cover the Dubai World Cup as well as the Grand National. Of course, next week, we'll be back Monday, Tuesday for Parx. Terry, to make sure you catch all of that when we're in our best form, what do you do?
Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel and then go ahead and hit the little bell so it notifies you about all the programs we have coming up. Go down and copy the link, share it with everybody you know. Go to our social sites that are scrolling down at the bottom and give us thumbs up and a like at Horse Race, the number 2 day. And then keep these comments coming in the race picks. We really enjoy to see them. They help with our algorithms.
Yeah, we really like to see the picks in the commentary for sure. Any thoughts that you have about improving the show, like starting a little bit earlier? That's what we did today, or the way we line up on the screen to match up our picks on the Excel sheet, or actually it's Google Sheets. All of that comes from folks that are part of our community that want to see the show improve and make it a better experience for them. All right, Terry, race number 10. What's been a tremendous experience for me today. What's this one going to be about?
It's 6 furlongs, claiming race, $7,500 claiming price, purse $21,000 for 3-year-olds or 4-year-olds and upward, which have never won 2 races.
Yes, and at 6 furlongs, we do want horses that have early speed. A whole bunch of them go wire to wire, better than 30%. Do just that. Post position wise, you're looking for horses that are on the inside 3 or on the outside. So barbell speed, Terry, in race number 10. And we do have some speed on the outside and some speed on the inside. How about that?
That's true, but they all have some speed, and there's 3 or 4 of them that are pretty close. So I think it's anyone's guess who gets that quarter pole. Just depends who gets the best break and the best decision by the jockey. 3 has an overlay from 4-1 to a nice 30-1, and the 11 has an overlay from 7-1 to 8-1. There are only maybes in here as far as anybody that's exceeded or equaled the speed par number for this race, and maybes are within 5 points of doing that. And then the 3, 4, 7, 10, and 11 show that there's a possibility for them to equal or exceed the speed par number for this race. All but the 5 and 6 have C zones, especially that 8 and 7. The 9 has the best jockey. 12 has the best trainer, but I think the 9 has the best jockey trainer combination.
Yeah, so when you see a bunch of no's and maybes in here, basically that's the all button, folks, because you just don't know who's going to do what. So if you're looking for improvement, plenty of horses in their last race showed better fractions. They showed better pace numbers. Class droppers, that might be a good angle in a race like this where anybody can win. If we look at our race shape in here, Terry, most of them want to be towards the back. The 3 horse so far, not within 5 lengths of the leaders. Ordinarily, when you see a race kind of form like that, somewhere in this group, the early pace, close to the pace, has a good shot to get there. If you're looking for those horses that have a good pace and a good chance to get a great trip today, maybe One America is the horse that gets that mix. You do see Miracle Trip had a 3-point speed figure advantage over everybody else. Once again, maybe the best place to go is the top 4 total pace horses, because 70% of the time or more, the winner comes from there. That's the 1, the 4, the 8, and the 11. How many of those do you have, Terry, in a race that can be won by any of the 12 horses in here?
Well, I like the 9 Borracho Concho. He finished third versus similar in his last as a favorite, but has a high percentage winning trainer, wins 22% of the races when he brings a beaten favorite back to race again. And he has a high percentage winning jockey. Free Folk, the 8, second choice. He likes Parx Racing as he's finished in the money 100% of the time, and winning and the distance will not be a problem as he's finishing the money 80% of the races and won 20% of the time. And then 11, Checking Boxes, finished third versus similar in his last race at Parx Racing. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Z's So Good. Forrest, my long shot, finished in the money 3 of his last 4 starts, and he likes today's distance.
I have Stout-Hearted. Sounds like a good thing to be, Stout-Hearted. I like that one, Terry, because let me get to that in my page here because it disappeared on me again. Speed and Fade in its last race. I think cutting back to the distance today and getting on that strong rail is going to be useful. Miracle Trip was trending higher, 3 consecutive speed figures before improvements before heading to the bench. Does have a really good workout between races. Borracho Concho, Paco, hey, everything ending in O. That's got to be a cryptic code, right, Private Ross? Should be up front. Did show some better late speed in its last. And then the 8 horse finally. Free Folk, for me, third up, just missed in his last. Maintenance workout between races. No additional bets for me in this race, Terry, because I burnt through all of my money. Here are our picks for the entirety of the day at Parx today. In race number 1, the 4 horse won. In race number 2, the 4 horse won. So I guess that means you just play the 4 horse all day, folks, and you're going to come out a winner for sure. What do you think about that strategy, Terry?
Yeah, it sounds all right with me.
Again, we have free picks today at Will Rogers over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. There's a link in the description. We'll also timestamp every race so you can come back and watch them at your leisure. There is a link to all of the data that we have also in the description on YouTube. Just a few minutes as well over at horseracingtoday.net, a link in the description too. Click on that. It'll take you to our homepage. When you click there, it'll have today's races in there, not yesterday's. There will be a race replay, again, timestamped. All of our commentary right there as well. And when you're at Horse Racing Today, you see Terry wearing the 1 hat. I got the 14 hat on. You can get those hats over at HRT Gear, our merchandise right there. Click on that. You see it right there. And then it'll take you right here. Right now, for 2 days, you get 10% if you buy 3 products or more. So really help support the show. Look fantastic wherever you go wearing Horse Racing Today merch. Hey, Don, how are you today? Thanks for joining us. Please pick. I'll put them back up there for you, my friend, so that we have all those up there. We got a nice trifecta in the beginning one there, Don. $164. That was nice. Private Ross. 3 is a strong crypto quote in the 10th. I'll email you. All right, beautiful. You are the man. We appreciate it. You can email me if you want to reach out to me. gtsrichb@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on X at HRTRich. You see it. That's my moniker over there. All right, Terry. It's been an eventful day today from beginning to end. Any final thoughts? Words of wisdom?
Well, yeah, it's been an eventful day for me too. It's funny that both our computers went haywire, but anyway, other than that, I just hope everybody stays safe, has a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. We'll be back for sunny, warm Florida racing for the next couple of days. Don't miss it. Subscribe. You see everything down there. Between here and the time we get together, we certainly hope that everything works well for you. No glitches. You got God's favor, God's grace, and every single thing that you do. Turf Paradise, $1,600 super yesterday. Ends up like that Turf Paradise super, Terry. And that would be in
the winner's circle.
Yes, indeed. We'll see you tomorrow.